Hey, today I'm here to share something life-changing with you. Picture this. I applied for dozens of jobs and got rejected every single time. Even KFC turned me down when 23 others got hired. What if I told you those failures were my greatest teachers, the stepping stones to building Alibaba? That's right. Failure isn't your enemy. It's your path to success. If you've ever felt crushed by a setback, wondering why you can't break through while others soar, let me tell you, it's all about how you handle failure. I'm going to share my lessons on embracing rejection, persisting through tough times, and achieving extraordinary success. Get ready for stories from my life, hooks to keep you thinking, and steps you can use today to change everything. Let's dive in together. Let me start with something simple but powerful, and trust me, this changed my life. What is failure? To me, failure isn't the end. It's my greatest teacher, the foundation of every success I've achieved. Imagine this. Every time I got a no, it was like a tough coach pointing out my weaknesses, pushing me to get better. Why do some people let rejection stop them, while others, like me, used it to fuel a billion-dollar dream? It's not luck. It's how you see failure. If you think a closed door means you're not good enough, you'll stay stuck. But let me share my truth. Failure is the foundation of success and the means by which it is achieved. One of my favorite sayings is, if you never try, you'll never know. This isn't just talk. It's the heart of entrepreneurship and growth. Failure shapes your resilience, teaches you what works, and that learning builds everything. Picture yourself turning every no into a not yet. What could you achieve then? My failures came early, bad grades, job rejections, even failing to get into Harvard 10 times. But those weren't stops, they were lessons. I learned patience, and as I always say, the very important thing you should have is patience. So ask yourself right now, what failure are you scared of that could be your biggest lesson? Keep that in mind. I'm about to show you how to make it your strength. Now, let's talk about what kept me going through all those rejections, the incredible power of persistence. I've learned that success isn't about being the smartest guy in the room or the strongest. It's about never giving up, pushing forward when everyone else quits. Persistence turned my failures into opportunities, and it's what built Alibaba from nothing. Hook onto this. What if your struggles right now aren't roadblocks, but tests to see how badly you want your dream? If you quit after one rejection, like giving up on a business idea after one investor says no, you'll miss the breakthrough waiting just ahead. But keep pushing and doors will open. I've always said, today is hard, tomorrow is harder. But the day after tomorrow is beautiful. Persistence builds your skills, your character, and even attracts the right people to you. It's your superpower. Here's a practical tip. Set one small goal today and stick to it, no matter what. I tell you, never give up. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. Let me make it real. Think of someone who gave up after a failed pitch. They're still dreaming. Now think of someone who kept refining their idea. They're winning. As I always say, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure. Persistence is like a muscle. You build it through trials. If you're thinking, that's me, I've been knocked down, you're in the right place, because I'm about to show you how to get up and win. If you're finding my story and lessons valuable, I'd love for you to join this community. Take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button. It helps me keep sharing these insights with you, so we can all grow together. Thanks for being here. Now, let's keep moving forward. All right, failure is a teacher, and persistence is key. Now, how do you actually embrace failure to win? Let me share the steps I've used, straight from my journey, to turn setbacks into success. These are the tools that change my life, and they can change yours. First, reframe how you see failure. This is your wake-up call. I learned to see every rejection as feedback, not a dead end. Ask yourself, what can this failure teach me? When I got rejected by KFC, it taught me to communicate better, and I've said, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Write down what you learn from every setback. It's gold. Second, persist through rejection. Don't stop at no. Picture this. I applied to 30 jobs and got turned down every time, but I kept going. I tell you, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Set a small goal after each rejection and keep moving. Third, innovate boldly. This is where it gets fun. Use failures to spark new ideas. I failed early with Alibaba, but each mistake led to better solutions. As I've said, the opportunities that everyone cannot see are the real opportunities. Fourth, learn constantly. Keep studying, keep growing. I read books, watched Hollywood for ideas, learned from others' mistakes. I tell you, you should learn from your competitor, but never copy. Copy and you die. Spend 30 minutes a day learning something new. Fifth, act with vision. Don't just dream. Do. Take risks, even if they scare you. I started Alibaba in my apartment with no money, just a vision. I've said, if you never try, you'll never know. What if your next bold move builds your empire? Follow these steps, and failure becomes your partner, not your foe. As I tell people, the world is changing every day, and if you don't change, you will be out. Here's your challenge. Pick one step and start today. Your future depends on it. My journey and others' stories prove this works. Let me share them to show you what's possible. Let's start with my own story. I was an English teacher earning $12 a month, rejected by over 30 jobs, including KFC. I was the only one of 24 applicants not hired. I even got rejected by Harvard 10 times. But I embraced those failures, learned from them, and started Alibaba in 1999 from my tiny apartment. Imagine that. From constant rejection to building a company worth hundreds of billions, changing e-commerce, and creating millions of jobs. I've said I was rejected by more than 30 jobs, including KFC. When KFC came to China, 24 people went for the job. 23 were accepted. I was the only guy, but it's not just me. Others followed this path. Think of entrepreneurs in China who faced bankruptcies but kept going, building unicorns because they learned from failure. Or take a global example. A young inventor I heard about failed 100 prototypes before creating a hit product. Just like I iterated with Alibaba. One story I love. In Alibaba's early days, we had no revenue for years, but our vision kept us alive. Now we're a giant. I always say, no matter how tough the chase is, you should always have the dream you saw on the first day. These aren't random wins. They come from embracing failure as a teacher. Could your story be next? When setbacks hit, know they're building your strength. As I've said, if you want to be successful, learn from other people's mistakes. My journey and these stories show. No matter where you start, failure can lead to greatness. It's time for you to take charge and make this real. You've heard my lessons, my steps. Now ask yourself, are you ready to embrace failure and build the success you've always dreamed of? Start today with one small step. Comment below. What's one failure you're ready to learn from right now? Share it, and let's build a community of dreamers who don't quit. Like this video if it hit home, subscribe for more lessons from me and others, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for joining me. As I always say, never give up. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. Your success story starts now. Go for it.